Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Daily Destiny with Jessie B. I am Jessie Christensen, and hey, happy Friday. I hope you guys have been having a good week, and I hope you guys have some great plans for the extended weekend ahead. I know for me, I'm going to go up to Flagstaff with some friends and enjoy my roommate's birthday for the weekend, so I hope you guys have some great plans as well. But this morning, I want to talk about fear. And I have found that after really tragic and sad events and scary events, that as Christians, we can be told that we should not feel fear, that we should not feel afraid, right? That we need to trust God, that if our faith was stronger, then we shouldn't feel this fear inside of us. But I discovered that that's simply not true. Here is a fun fact. Did you know that when we are terrified or when we're scared, that we release a chemical through our pores? We do. So when the saying that the dogs smell fear, they literally smell fear on us, because when we are terrified, we release a chemical through our pores. So fear is a natural human reaction, and it's a part of our survival mechanism. It's that fight or flight response, right, that we learned about in high school biology. And it's a response that God created us to have for our survival. So to tell somebody that they should not feel fear is simply not accurate, because if someone is chasing us, or maybe we hear about this scary, tragic events on TV, or even if we're doing something crazy like bungee jumping or rock climbing, we're going to feel fear because it's a part of our survival mechanism. But the problem is when the enemy takes a natural human reaction and twists it into a lifestyle or a mindset of fear. And so I believe that being afraid for a moment does not dishonor God. But if we allow the enemy to take that moment and multiply it into moments and become a lifestyle or a mindset and becoming fear, then we're not living in how we were created to live. And so, how were we created to live? Well, it says in 2 Timothy 1:7, one of my favorite verses, it says this: "For God did not give us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind." See, God understands that there's going to be things in this world that are going to make us afraid. He knew that. We will feel fear, but we need to recognize that it's just for a moment, and that we are not created with a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. So, yes, we can feel fear. It is a natural human reaction. But let's not allow the feeling to become a lifestyle or a mindset that we live in and crippling us from moving forward into the life that God has for us, the purpose that God has for us. And lastly, as we feel this fear, as we remember that it's just a moment, may we also remember that God's already won, right? And it doesn't mean that there's not going to be a battle in this world, because there is. We know that. But the enemy is going to try to make us believe that God is losing, that God's not present in this world, that God has forgotten about us or does not love us. But that is simply not true. It says in Romans this: that I am absolutely convinced that nothing, living or dead or angelic or demonic, today or tomorrow, high or low, thinkable or unthinkable, absolutely nothing can get between us and God's love, because of the way of Jesus, our Master, has embraced us. So, I hope that encourages you guys today. I just felt that there has been a lot of fear lately with some very tragic events, and I think sometimes that myself, I can feel maybe guilty for feeling that fear. And so I wanted to do a little bit more on if that's okay. And I researched this and I found that, it's a human reaction and it's okay. But it's just for a moment and not letting us cripple us or keep us in bondage from the life that God has for us. So I hope that encourages someone. I really appreciate you guys joining me this morning. Good morning, Melissa. I see you up there. Good morning, sweet lady. Good morning to you. Good morning, Amy up in Seattle. Good morning, beautiful. Live in power and love. Absolutely. Good morning, Caitlin. Thanks for joining. I really appreciate you guys. And lastly, real quick, tomorrow I'm sending out my weekly newsletter, and every week it involves a daily devotional, health and wellness tip, and some other resources to help us unlock our daily destiny and access all God has for us. And it has a couple information on the 2 events that I kind of been sharing to join me in this summer. So if that's something that you would be interested in, you can head over to jessiebchristiansen.com and sign up at the bottom. So again, I appreciate you guys joining me this morning. I hope you guys have a great weekend, great long weekend, and enjoy time maybe with your family or friends, whatever you may be doing. So hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys next week. All right, bye.